Hey guys, what's up? This is Dave from ConMenRDW here, and I'm here with Scott from TwoButtonCrew.
Hi everybody, yeah, my name is Scott, and thanks for having this idea, David. I'm excited to talk about the latest Nintendo happenings.
Yeah, thank you so much for actually being here so we can discuss this mini direct, which actually had a lot of stuff in it for the 15 minutes that it lasted for, actually.
Yeah, it did.
Even at the 6 minute mark, I was like, oh, this is still going, and so much stuff has already been said already. Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, there was a lot of good announcements. Probably not as many good announcements as some people would like. We're going to talk about how people probably hyped this one up a little too much. Then again, going off of last year with Nintendo, we actually had no idea how crazy this one was going to be. So it's a little warranted. But yeah, we're just going to go one by one down the line of all the games that were talked about. And we're just going to share opinions and stuff on those. So yeah, let's actually break out with how this direct actually happened in my time zone at like 8 in the morning.
Okay.
And I actually woke up at like 8:30, so I just checked my phone and I saw lots of tweets of people being like, the direct. And I'm like, what the heck happened? So I go and check Twitter, and then I see the direct thumbnail, and I kind of got spoiled on what happened last because it was in the thumbnail for the direct. But yeah, I was just like, oh god, now I gotta make a video. So I just like washed my face and just sat in front of my camera. I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, alright, that sounds pretty exciting. It was actually 6 a.m. in my time zone, and
Yeah.
I was already awake. I woke up at 5:30, I got in the shower, and I guess I'll just go ahead and tell this embarrassing story and lay it all on the line. But I was getting out of the shower, and I wanted to know what time it was, so I activated my phone screen, and I saw notifications right away, and it wasn't. I noticed it wasn't even live. It was just like the whole video posted. So I pulled it up right away. Before even getting dressed, I just sat down on my bathtub naked and watched 15 minutes of Nintendo
Just sitting on the edge of the tub.
Because you can't wait.
People banging on the door. What's taking so long? You take such long showers. It's like, no. This is important.
Yep.
That's funny. That's actually really fun. Mid-shower. That's hilarious. But yeah, so like no one really knew when this direct was coming. I feel like it would have been on the 11th or the day before, on the 10th, I think it was, when the Chibi Robo got posted. It would have probably been on that day if GameStop didn't do that. But then again, no one really knows what the heck happened with that. We don't know if it was on purpose, if it was like a leak that got deleted or something.
Yeah,
Twitter. And that was like Nintendo's way of responding to it.
Twitter was really crazy on the couple days leading up to the Nintendo Direct. Although
yeah, everyone was, yeah.
People had their sites on January 11th for a while though, because of, I don't know, like a blank slot being on the Nintendo Direct Japanese website. And I guess there's another one, so we have that to look forward to as well. But if we learned anything from this one, I think Nintendo fans should cool it a little bit, no pun intended, with the flaming Chibi Robo, and just let Nintendo surprise us.
Yeah, we're like, but there's so much to look forward to. Like, there's so many things that got announced in this direct and still aren't announced yet, but we're like, okay, now E3 has to blow our socks off, because it'll be the first E3 with the Switch like fully out after its first year. Yeah. And there's so many things that everyone's just waiting and crossing their fingers for. So Nintendo's probably going to destroy us when that comes, but
I hope it's a live stage show. That would be really cool.
That would be cool if they brought those back. I feel like it'll probably still be a digital direct, but they might do something really crazy come when this E3 happens, because they also wouldn't have a main game to focus on. There's nothing really huge that can take up the whole booth again. They have like more stuff.
Yeah, it'll probably be more of an assortment this year.
But yeah, let's get actually into the mini direct announcements, starting with The World Ends With You, which in my video on my reaction I actually got it mixed up with No More Heroes. I don't know why I said No More Heroes 3 times, but in my video I was just like, oh snap, No More Heroes, and then they were like, coming to Switch, The World's End With You, and I'm like, No More Heroes. Oh my goodness,
man, you better delete that whole video. That's embarrassing.
Oh no, it was a whole it was like a outtake I kept in there. It was funny though. But yeah, I actually remember this game coming out on the DS. I actually referenced in the trailer. This game came out like 11 to 10 years ago, and people have been wanting a sequel to this game or something since then. And I have lots of friends who actually were starting to get really they were starting to wonder if we were going to get something soon, because in Kingdom Hearts, the main character of this game is actually in Dream Drop Distance. So we actually thought we were probably going to get a remake on 3DS or something before this, but the fact that's coming to Switch now is pretty crazy. Like, this is a wild card that they only pulled out, like, out of nowhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have experience with this game. Of course, I've heard about it a lot over the last decade. It's an experience that sticks with people, and those who have played it always say it's like one of their favorites and most memorable experiences. So I'm glad it's coming to Switch. It kind of made me, well, I had always wondered what was going to happen to the $40 game when Nintendo combined their home console and portable software.
Oh yeah, true. Everything's just gonna be like 60
coming out
now,
with the Switch. I wondered, are people going to still make these cheaper portable games, or is everything just going to be a full price $60 game? And I'm a little surprised that this remix of a decade-old game is $60. I hope they find a way to throw in some fan service for people who've already bought this game in past generations, whether that's with just an art gallery or additional content or something.
So with what you were saying with the how The World Ends With You is a port of like an old DS game, and it's basically $60. It's actually kind of funny because this game is actually so niche and so like rare that even if you were to find it, like say at a GameStop or in a thrift store, it's actually a really expensive game. So that's pretty much the same price it would be on a DS, but it's like HD now. Yeah, so it's also really worth it, and especially like to the fans too. I have lots of friends who are interested in this game, and like the fact that they're adding not like a sequel amount of content, but there's extra bonus stuff at the end, like a deleted scene or a deleted part of the game.
Oh, good.
And a little bit of new stuff that's actually really good for the fans, considering they probably haven't played it in years. And the last thing it was on was like I think iOS, but years ago.
Great to hear. Yeah, and that's a good way to open up this direct.
Yeah, and like it even blew me away because like it was a missed game for me back in the day, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing this again. And also like everyone who's played it by far has said it's like one of their favorite RPGs they've ever played. And the soundtrack's really good too. Yeah,
and it's kind of cool that like this series started out with a Nintendo platform and it's coming back.
But yeah, after The World Ends With You, we got some DLC for Pokken Tournament DX. I actually didn't know we were going to be getting DLC so soon. But then again, like I think coinciding with when the original game was released. No, I think even after the original game was released, we didn't get DLC until I think early 2016. Or early 2017, so yeah, this is pretty crazy that we're getting the DLC for this game. I don't even think this was announced to go to the arcade machines either.
Right, that's the craziest part. Is any characters that were introduced on Wii U, we were kind of getting leftovers from the arcade. Yeah, after those Pokemon have been playable in the arcades for a while. I gotta say, $15 for the pack didn't hit me that well, especially since I felt like I was buying the deluxe or the DX or the definitive edition of this title. So, and the fact that they're charging $7.50 per character, comparing that to like a Smash Bros. Character, just bummed me out a little bit because I get a lot more use out of Smash Bros. Characters. Now, I don't want to be completely negative because I also love Pokken Tournament, and it's great to see Blastoise. I don't keep up with the current Pokemon series, so
the ones they added were really good.
Yeah, and I think they might not see as many sales as they'd like to on this DLC because of the price. They might be filling out the price point. We'll see. I wouldn't even be surprised if this DLC went on sale in the future, but that's just me guessing.
It seems pretty as far as like fighting game DLC goes, especially for a game where they put so much work into the characters to make them also so unique, and also like the graphical capabilities of this game too. Like this game looks so good for what it is. I like $15 didn't seem that steep for me, even though like I'm only probably really excited for one of the DLC characters. And the supports, like those are hit and miss. Those can either be good for me or bad for me depending how I play. But and then with just the addition of avatar items too, it seems like maybe like $10 would have been a good spot for this. But I feel like since also this game is like they put so much time into the characters, then it's like $15 is fine. If they were to ask for like 20 or something, then I would have been like, oh no, not all your life.
Yeah,
but
they
15
did.
seems just enough.
They sweetened the pot a little bit with the avatar items and the what do you call those Pokemon? I was gonna say helpers.
The
but I know
assist
that's
Pokemon?
not- yeah, exactly.
Alright, so that is Pokken done. Let's start with Kirby Star Allies, aka the best couch co-op game in a while. Actually, probably one of the first major couch co-op games for Switch, I would say, probably.
Yeah, and it's
Like the main franchises.
I agree, and it's a title that some younger Nintendo fans can really get behind. That don't really have a lot on the Switch right now, except for maybe like Mario Kart with auto steering and stuff on. This is obviously a family-friendly game and accessible by any age.
This one will be really good if this one will be really good if holiday season 2018 when you get the siblings that are getting games together. It's gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, and
I'd be surprised if they didn't do a Kirby bundle.
Ooh, yeah. And knowing Nintendo, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there were some like hard to find collectibles that could keep more seasoned fans interested in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Kirby games always have like super crazy amounts of collectibles.
Right.
So like I've also I probably 100%ed. I think I 100%ed Return to Dreamland like once, but then there was like an alternate like New Game Plus thing you did. I was like, oh, there's so much in this game. Jesus.
March 16th is only a couple months away. Is that sooner than you expected?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking that if Kirby was to be done, because it looked like it was pretty much done at like E3 or even like at the last trailer we saw for it. But yeah, March seemed like a pretty good time for it, considering they needed like probably a good game for their 1 year anniversary type of thing.
Oh yeah, right.
So Kirby will be in the time slot of Breath of the Wild from last year. And then also because Bayonetta is the February game, I was like, yeah, we need something to give us like first party Nintendo after Bayonetta.
Yeah, and I was really
Bring it
hoping
back.
for something in January, but that was too big of a wish. I mean,
January is giving everybody a grace period to finish the games they already have.
yep, and that's what I'm doing. So in the end, I really don't mind.
Yeah, true. Also, there's some good eShop games coming out, like in January too. Like I know Meat Boy launched, I think, this week or last week, and then there's some more games. I think 2 more games coming out between now and Bayonetta that are like really big eShop titles. So
Right, and one of them was shown in this direct. Maybe we'll touch on it later.
yeah. Let's see. Now with Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, this is probably the first big Wii U port that happened in this direct. That probably I didn't expect it to come so soon. Actually, like I thought. Actually, no. This is pretty much the best time I think it should have came if it was going to at all. But also so soon after Fire Emblem Warriors too.
Yeah, and that's got to be intentional. Maybe Fire Emblem Warriors owners will even be alerted to this game going on for sale. We'll see.
Yeah. I know that I had Hyrule Warriors on Wii U, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. I really liked that game. And then it came out on the 3DS, well, the new 3DS, and then it had the extra DLC characters and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to get it, but I kind of want to play this game on the go. I feel like it'd be a good game to play on the go. And it was, but the DS could barely handle it. Like, you couldn't even turn on the 3D, or else it was gonna, like, start glitching out.
Did you have the new one or the classic one?
I had the new Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah, and even so, it still chugged.
It could barely handle it, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, this version's gonna be probably the best version ever to play this game, for sure. The story wasn't bad. Like, I liked the way it was executed, like, tying everything together. And then all of the DLC, plus Linkle's thing. I forgot she was even a character. Should probably add her in Smash. But then, like, also all the DLC characters from the DS game, too. And they added maybe, like, 5 more characters for that. And I was like, why? No one's playing this version. What are you doing? But now it all came together, and it's pretty much, I think, if you were to buy all the DLC plus the original game, it'd probably end up being a little bit more expensive than this. But, yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a good experience with this title in the past. I rented it on Wii U and had a really good time. And I also
Mm-hmm.
got to play some co-op with Simeon, which was actually really nice on Wii U because it wasn't split
Yeah,
screen. Someone had the
true.
TV and someone had the gamepad. And then Nintendo sent me a review code for the 3DS one, but I just couldn't get back into it because I felt like I had just recently experienced the game.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've had some space from it, and I think it will be fun to come back to. Switch is a great platform for it,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you can play with a single Joy-Con. I think online co-op would be super nice, so you don't have to split the screen. We'll
I'm
s-
wondering if it's gonna have local, like, just switch to switch co-op. Like, I'm surprised they didn't show that off in the trailer.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
should because it's a lot going on the screen, and you want as much
Mm-hmm.
real estate as you can get.
Yeah. Also, like with that too, I hope that Nintendo isn't starting to forget that the Switch is a handheld and can do that, because I don't want them to just have it where, because I know like with Mario Kart you could only have 4 switches. No, you can have up to 8 switches connected, but you can have like 2 people on one Switch and 2 people on another one, so you don't have all 4 people on the same Switch, which was really cool.
Yeah.
But I just hope more games end up having local Switch area connection.
I think that would be a great addition, and
Mm-hmm.
the
Because these
more,
things are basically DSs at this point. Everyone has one, so.
yeah, and a household could even have more than one, like a DS, which I think is one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons that the Switch is selling so well.
All right, and we are back by the power of editing, and we have a new voice you're gonna hear is Kazoo. Say hi, Kazoo.
Hey everyone, I'm Kazoo. I have a YouTube channel also. It's youtube.com/TheYellowKazoo. So it's pretty fun. We do some fun stuff on there. A lot of gaming streams, Nintendo.
Very nice. Nintendo plays. It's funny because every time I say Kazoo, my 90s kid brain takes me to Kazooie, so I just imagine you're a bird in a backpack with a webcam. So
That's
Microphone.
me. That's me.
that's you. Okay. So yeah, we are actually about to continue with our Nintendo Direct mini discussion with our next game down the list, which is Mario Tennis Aces. Now, I don't know how excited you guys were when this was announced. I was kind of skeptic in the beginning, but it got a
Heckin'.
little bit better as it went on, because of the track record that Nintendo has had with Mario Tennis lately. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
Yeah, I was exactly the same as you. I was skeptical at first, and then as they showed a little more, like the story mode and the bosses and stuff, I think it actually started shaping up, and it looks nice.
yeah, it's gonna look really cool once it's done. What about you, Kazoo?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Mario Tennis or?
Yeah. Well, I haven't actually played anything Mario Tennis to be honest, but like, I am just like, it just looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks beautiful. I love the graphics and like the story mode is what really got me because otherwise it'd be like sports game. But it's like
Yeah,
a
really cool,
tennis
yeah.
RPG. It reminds me of like Golf Story or something.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Like I've heard I know that's like a golf RPG.
Yeah, Golf Story is really good. Yeah, at more similar, Nintendo actually said that this is the first time that they had a story element in Mario Tennis since the
Since the
one of the Game
GBA.
Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even the one on Wii U didn't have anything like that. But even the one on GameCube, which I think is probably the best Mario Tennis game, Mario Power Tennis. It was like super goofy. There was like a lot of really cool courts and characters. Hopefully we get something to that level of silliness on a side thing with this game. But even just seeing the Mario characters in like traditional tennis gear, being pro, and like fighting justice with tennis balls is probably going to be worth it anyway. So
I think it
I'm
looks
looking
really
forward to whatever
cool.
happens. Mm-hmm.
I'm like highly interested in it. So
Yeah. What about you,
Oof.
Scott?
I think that they did a brave move by referencing the Game Boy Advance game, which is near and dear to a
Yes.
lot of fans' hearts. So they
Yes.
have big shoes to fill
That
with
is
this
true.
one. And I
It's like
think
the-
that
yeah.
yeah, they were bold with it. So I think they're ready to put the effort in to make this title worthwhile, and I think it's worth paying attention to.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. Was that have you played it? Was that like a fun mode in it or?
Yeah, and it was developed by Camelot, so it was like the second party of theirs, and it had kind of more RPG elements and stuff. So so this game should have a comparable level of depth if they're kind of equating it to that or calling back to it. So it's a good sign.
Seems like a strong pedigree. Okay, next up, say what's up, Kazoo?
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, they did a good job by mentioning the Game Boy Advance title, because I remember like on YouTube, like this was a while ago, how they wanted or like how all these different YouTubers wanted the
something like that game.
Yeah, something more similar. They're like, oh, remember when like the Mario sports games were good in the GBA days? So that's pretty cool that they're bringing that back.
For sure. I can't wait. So next up down the line, we have, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Ease.
I think it's Ease. I think it might be Ease.
Ease 8.
Ease 8.
Ease 8? Oh, okay. But yeah, this game is pretty much a game that anyone who's appreciating Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will probably want to jump on. So it's just straight up JRPG. This game actually lost me because I don't know what the series is, so I have nothing to go on. But do any of you have any background with this game, or?
It's a couple decades old, and I've gone my whole life without crossing paths with it. So I would echo everything you said.
All right, cool. Sounds like we're not the most knowledgeable on this series, but if you, like I said, if you do like JRPGs and you're loving Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and you want more games that'll hold you over on Switch, perfect like console for RPGs, so might as well get another one.
It really is. There are a lot of JRPGs on Switch, and I'm personally not really into that style of game because to me it just kind of looks like weeb trash, but that's fine. It's casual.
Everybody needs another 100-hour RPG in their collection. And speaking of collection, there is like a collector's edition of this for, I don't know, a few $100s, lots of stuff, soundtracks and all that. So, so fans of this series will be happy.
Yeah.
All right, and then something that probably a lot of people got a little let down on, but like I said, there's so many things happening in February that it probably won't matter. But Super Mario Odyssey is getting Balloon World DLC, which is basically Luigi's in the game now, and I thought he was playable until I saw the balloons on his back, and then they were like, "Hey, bro, you want to find some balloons?" And I'm like, "What the heck is this?" So pretty much,
you're like, really?
Really? It's so silly. What it is, it's like a hide and seek mode, but it's like you versus people online, so you can hide balloons. And like any random spot in the world you have like a set time limit to do it. So it's kind of like who can put the balloon in the craziest place first. And then there's another part where you have to basically go on and find people's balloons within a certain amount of time. So people say it's really going to be really interesting for people who like really like doing lots of Mario Odyssey parkour trick jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
Like pretty much seeing if you can outplay other people. But as far as for me, I'm not really too interested in it. They did add 3 more costumes though: the Mario Sunshine jacket, Mario Sunshine hat and shirt, a night costume, which is pretty much still teasing the Ruined Kingdom isn't done, and then also I think there was something else too, but I don't remember. Those other 2 stood out more, but yeah, that's pretty much all we got.
I remember I saw a meme that was like I think it was in the night costume, and it was like
Dark Souls looks so great.
It was like Dark Souls. It was like Dark Souls on Switch. Yeah. It was in the night costume. It was like.
I can't wait. I really hope we do get that full level. Honestly.
The full, what? Wait,
like
what?
the full Ruined Kingdom stage, because it was just a boss battle level.
Oh yeah.
So I hope we get like a full world for it.
Oh, you hope that we get a full world. Teases. Oh yes, that would be cool.
What about you, Scott? What do you think?
I think they solved a problem with this free update, which is nice, because I've always said after people get every moon in the game, I don't think Super Mario Odyssey is a title that you really come back to. However, they added this mode, and it's kind of self-sustaining, where the community will basically entertain each other, and I think that was smart.
Balloons.
Yeah.
That's true. Yes, it is very self-sustaining in that sense. Like, I think that's why online fighting games and like shooters and stuff don't die out as quickly, because
It seems like a really
of that
cool
self-sustaining
mode to
nature.
hop in and do. But
And I think it will be good for streams, speedrunners,
for
stuff
sure.
like that. Yep.
people out doing each other's balloons live.
Yeah, I think
Can't wait to find the
they
TwoButtonCrew
actually.
balloon.
I think they actually said in the direct, whoever was talking, that it would be like a more directed or something form of speedrunning.
Oh, like just
yeah.
go straight to this point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Objective-based speedrunning.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Objective-based speedrunning.
If anything, I'm just hoping that this is just something letting us know that they can add things to Odyssey, and that in E3 or whenever they choose to do it, they do like, hey, so we're adding more kingdoms, and that's basically what everyone wants.
true.
Is at least like 3 more kingdoms.
Yes, true. I want that. I want
Mhm.
that. But that probably wouldn't be free.
Yeah, I'll pay $20. I don't care. I'll drop the money.
To be completely honest, I probably would too.
Alright, and then moving down the line even more, we got the SNK Heroines Tag Team Fantasy game, which is pretty much the King of Fighters waifu fighter.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with. I will probably pick this game up. Apparently, it has a physical It has a physical copy, which I didn't know. I thought it was going to be a digital eShop game, but it actually has a really big collector's box. Comes with like a towel, a hat, pins of all the girls in the game. Comes with like a poster and a soundtrack and a whole bunch of extra stuff and an art book. There's so much that comes with this game, and the boxes in the game itself is so tiny that it's just like almost comedic. You're pretty much just buying a swag box for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True, like
I don't
a
know
display
how in depth this game is going to be, because it seems pretty casual, but like everyone knows why you're there. We know why.
Yeah. Really though.
Yeah.
Waifu fighters. My friend was telling me that some people on 4chan were saying like this SNK Fighters game would like make people not want to buy Dragon Ball Fighters. They're totally the
I
same.
think we experienced a Freudian slip there as well, because you called this game Tag Team Fantasy, but the title is Tag Team Frenzy. So I think that this game's marketing is already working.
It's already working.
You're fantasizing about these
True.
heroines, so.
Waifus, I love them. This game is gonna sell pretty well. I mean, like if the Sinran Kagura game can sell on Switch, anything can sell on Switch.
Oh, this will
I feel like that
easily
game is still number 1 in their the Japanese marketplace too. So, anyway, next game we're gonna focus on. Well, content we're gonna focus on is the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong DLC. Now, this game had a paid seasons pass, right?
It did.
Okay, because I almost forgot, because we got the download for free update in the game where it added the versus mode, and I honestly forgot that the game had paid DLC, because that was pretty hefty and I did not see it coming. So the fact that they're adding more stuff on top of this game already, which is pretty much fine for me. Like, I don't even know if I need any more Mario plus Rabbids in my life. Like, the game is still insane. What's already on it. But they're adding DK as a character, which is pretty crazy, but then again it makes sense because we had Rabbid DK anyway. But it looks like he doesn't have like a regular like a gun or anything. He has like a banana boomerang. Pretty interesting. And I don't know if bananas if boomerangs were an item that people could use late game, but seems pretty cool. He's gonna change up the game a lot. I bet his moves are gonna be pretty OP, but that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the press release right now, and it also says it comes with exclusive new storyline and world to explore.
What?
So it's not just
And it's
Donkey
like the
Kong.
new storyline
Wow.
isn't even in it yet. We got Donkey Kong. Like, what can happen if they add a new storyline?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Now the
My
season
dream is-
pass for this was more expensive than that for Breath of the Wild, right?
Was it 30 or something? Or?
I think it was 30. This
Oh,
one.
it better be really good then if it's gonna add that much stuff for 30. Then again, like I said, we got versus mode for free, so whatever they do is gonna be pretty good.
That might be. I don't know. It might be like supplement. Like you know what I mean, like supplemental, like basically like the people who pay the $30 are also paying for the versus mode, and then like the people.
Oh, okay.
The people
pass money. Gotcha.
So I don't know if it's that kind of a situation or.
True.
Yeah.
But my dream thing that they do for the story mode DLC is that Rayman actually does show up in the game. So then you can get Mario and Rayman fighting with the Rabbids. Like, that'd be pretty.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Enjoy
because they made what, Rayman's Raving Rabbids.
Yeah, like Rayman was in the game originally, so it'd be really cool to see Rayman and Mario in the same game. And if the people who made this game can get Mario, I'm sure that the person who made Rayman would not mind tossing Rayman in there. That would boost Rayman Legend sales.
I thought that Ubisoft made Rayman.
Yeah, Ubisoft did make Rayman.
Rabbids came from Rayman originally, and then they got all popular on their own, just like Minions were from Despicable Me. But I could see Rayman joining in the crossover because in Rayman Legends you can wear Mario costumes and stuff like that.
Can you really?
Sometimes in the game too.
Yep, they've worked together in the past.
Yep.
Oh dang.
That'd be really cool. Let's see. So that's really cool that this game's getting DLC. Can't wait to see what the first thing that I actually have to buy is. But yeah, next up is Payday 2, which is a game that I just glossed over. I didn't care about this game at all because I had it on PS4 and my friends like stopped playing it with me, and like we all stopped playing the game, and just getting it on Switch won't really change that, I think. And also considering that this game is heavy on cooperation, I didn't play Doom for multiplayer on Switch. I don't know how it operated, but a game like this where it needs really heavy connections and it's using the Nintendo Internet service, I don't know how reliable that would be. But yeah,
hopefully as reliable as like Splatoon 2, right? Which
true.
It's 8 players on the field, but it keeps up pretty well.
Yeah.
Which is free for now, and hopefully when people start having to pay for Nintendo Online, it will get even better. So I'm, like you, also not interested in Payday 2 personally, but just looking at the facts here, it looks like the developer is putting in some effort to make some unique benefits for Switch, like they're using HD Rumble, they're actually using
character.
Yep. Touchscreen support as well, and local and online multiplayer. So they are kind of checking the boxes.
If I had to play this game, I'd probably play it local instead of online, just to like be able to yell at my friends in person. Get to the fan! Get to the fan! But it's gonna be
you
fun.
You don't
game.
want to use like an octopus apparatus of voice chat equipment?
Oh please no!
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Or Discord. But next up we got FIFA for
FIFA.
Yeah. This game looks really cool. If you've ever played Ori and the Blind Forest on Microsoft on Xbox or anything like that.
Oh, my friend was telling me about that.
Yeah, it's like a foresty black neon type of thing going on. Really cool. You're playing as like some type of hybrid creature. I don't even know what it is, but you can pretty much communicate with all sorts of animals and things in the forest. You can like glide on wind, you can fly and stuff like that. You can talk to other animals and get them to help you navigate the landscape. So I don't really know what the whole plot of the game is. I think you're like trying to protect the forest from like humans or something.
Oh, probably.
But, yeah, it looks really fun though. Like it'll be a good big eShop title that EA is actually pushing a good amount of time into, so that game might actually be a sleeper hit.
Yeah, it looks. I really like the art style for that game. I think it's a really pretty looking game.
Yeah, what do you think about that game, Scott?
Not much. I am open to seeing more. It just hasn't grabbed me yet.
Okay, it's fair. What about Celeste, which is a I don't know how many bits this is. 16-bit art style.
I think so. Probably something like that.
32-bit art style, where it's pretty much you are a redhead girl. I think that's just what they call her, is redhead girl, and she is climbing the mountain to get to the top, and she's like.
Didn't they say her name was Madeline?
Bunch of navigation. Say what?
Didn't they say her name was Madeline?
Oh, okay. They actually gave her name Madeline. Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Madeline, redhead girl.
But it's actually a really hard looking game, like almost Super Meat Boy Slime Son levels of platforming difficulty. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on, lots of spikes to jump through. So like, looks like a rager. Like again, I could really piss off some people, but looks like it'll be really good though for those pro platformers out there.
Yeah, I am absolutely trash at platformers, so I'm probably not going to be playing that one. Like, I have a hard enough time with Mario Odyssey. Like, I'm so bad. I even have to play that in assist mode.
You're really gonna hate the next game we talk about, okay? But what about you? What about you, Scott? What do you think about the Celeste?
Celeste looks awesome to me. I can't get enough of games like this. I like supporting indie developers and kind of a sucker for 2D platformers and challenging games. So this looks great. Has the stamina meter kind of mechanic that might be borrowed from Breath of the Wild, so that will be fun to take into account. Cool. And yeah, got good graphics, good music, and I am one of those people that will stick with a hard game for hours and hours and hours just to see the end. So this reminds me of stuff like the Bit Trip Runner games, the Impossible game, Super Meat Boy. I mean, I've even beaten Tumbleseed on Switch, so I'm pretty much down for anything. Yeah.
Is that a really challenging one, Tumbleseed?
Oh, it is. It gets really crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was 0.02% of people beat it.
Oh, wow.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Good game.
Nice.
If anything, I think that the this bit graphic style is kind of, especially with the indie games, it's a little oversaturated, so it kind of flew under my radar with just the way the game looks. But after looking at like the way it actually plays a little bit more, it kind of has my attention, so I'll probably add it to my wish list and like play it later after Slime Son's knocked off my dashboard. I don't want to have two rage games right next to each other on the same thing. But
yep, gotcha.
Yeah, it's for sure on my radar, for sure. And that's just one of a couple eShop games that were announced last year, like on the first Indie Direct, and just came out. So if this game is one of the first to actually get announced this year out of all the ones we've seen before, I'm looking forward to whatever eShop games are coming out soon too. But let's see, let's move down the line. Up next we got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is our second Wii U port of the whole Direct. Is that too many? Is that too many Wii U ports in one Direct too? Or
it is. Not too many for 2018, but too many back-to-back announced in January, yes.
For me personally, I'm fine with it because I have not played either Hyrule Warriors or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Okay, then it's fine for you, yeah.
So yeah, for me it's fine. I don't know if I still don't know if I'm gonna get Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition though.
But you're most likely gonna get Donkey Kong though?
I think I might get Donkey Kong, yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good game. Everyone that had it on Wii U, all 20 of us who played it, said it was really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, that game is really, really challenging. Like the first Donkey Kong Country Returns is actually really crazy hard compared to like New Super Mario Brothers, for example, which was like pretty easy to pick up and play. Donkey Kong Country, you actually have to sit down and focus, or you're not gonna get it. Like so, like I said with Celeste, people that are really good platforming fans are really gonna get a kick out of this game. Also, it's also a co-op too, up to 2 players. So like one person can be Donkey Kong, one person can be Diddy Dixie, or even Funky Kong, which is the newest thing
character.
they added. The new Funky mode, which is a meme now. But
that's the mode for you, Kazoo, because you said that platformers can be challenging for you.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited.
Gonna want to go with this character.
I'm excited for Funky Kong because the mode. Because I'm trash at platformers. I'm absolutely garbage.
That's cool that they're making the game a little bit easier for people to jump into, since like so many people have Switches now. Everyone's gonna be picking it up, and they don't want like people who can't get past like the first 2 worlds to like just get annoyed, because that game does get really crazy. Like I almost rage quit a couple times, and I finished the game. So yeah. But for those of us who are seasoned veterans at like this type of game, pretty much the Funky mode is now the ultimate speed running gauntlet now, because he can infinitely roll, he can infinitely spin in water, he can basically jump on spikes, he can double jump and hover, so he's Dixie and Diddy in one. Like he is pretty much the invincible character.
What?
And
Dang.
and basically watching people like barrel through these levels now at high speed, doing pretty much like funky parkour surfing on land is gonna be pretty fun.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a really good perspective because I only saw Funky Kong as nerfing the game, making it easy for young people or newcomers to the series, that kind of thing. But I really like that outlook that it's a good speedrunning tool. So
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said that. Also, I think in general, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is a little bit of a hard sell because this game is currently a Nintendo Selects title available for $20 on Wii U.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a tough sell. I really would have liked to see them put this in a package with Donkey Kong Country Returns 2-in-1 game to kind of sweeten the pot. But I at least hope that this game will be $40, maybe $30, but whatever it ends up being, I hope it's not $60.
I don't
if
think.
anything, I'm surprised that this game was this one and not like say like a new Donkey Kong Country, because everyone was hoping if Donkey Kong Country came back it would be something new, but like nah, play this one first and we'll talk. But it's like okay.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how they chose to do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
But like I said, this game is really good though. So like everyone who's played it probably isn't gonna double dip and get this again, because I know I'm not putting myself through that again. But I will highly recommend this for anybody who hasn't touched it yet. So that's a quality buy. I don't mind if it's a port. Like I said, it's not for me. I'm still gonna get Hyrule Warriors. But I'm happy it's on here now. But if anything, this pretty much awakens the fact that we're most likely going to get all those heavy Nintendo titles that were on Wii U.
That's true.
And so that means we're most likely going to get Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, even though everyone's saying we won't.
Oh.
We will. That game is coming to Switch. You don't even it's still you're playing the whole game with the gamepad, and the Switch is a gamepad, so you can still have it one player.
True.
And then what else do we have that was
Mario Maker? I am so
Mario
hyped
Maker's
for
most
Mario
likely gonna
Maker
come through.
Deluxe or
Smash.
like Mario
And then
Maker.
Smash, yeah.
I don't even
But,
know. Like
And
Mario.
maybe what was that other game?
Although
Not Nintendo
Smash.
Land, but there was some other ones. Oh no, 3D World. We might get another 3D World type of game too.
You think so?
Yeah, like first that game was actually really good for what it was.
Yeah.
And plus, since we have Joy-Cons now, you can basically get the game in a bundle and play 2 players straight out the box with that game. So
That's true.
yeah, I could see them making another 3D World type of game for sure.
But like Odyssey is so much better. They should make that.
You
type.
can't make all Odysseys every time from now on. You got to mix it up.
Well, that's true. True. But I'm just hyped for. I'm so hyped for Mario Maker Deluxe or whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah,
I feel like they wouldn't call
like
it. I feel like they wouldn't call it Mario Maker, like Super Mario Maker Definitive Edition, because there was no DLC or anything like in Hyrule Warriors. But Mario Maker Deluxe, like, because for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they added stuff in, right? So
Yeah.
And it wasn't like DLC. Actually, they did put some DLC in there because there was a little bit of DLC.
If anything, they just had like some more editing tools, and then that'll probably like be that for that. But
yeah. It would be.
They're probably gonna get a couple more Wii U ports before the end of the year. Like, I wouldn't doubt that for sure.
Do you think we get any more Wii U ports for next year for 2019?
I feel like if we get any more this year, they might almost be done. I feel like they could get all the major ones out of the way in the first 2 years.
Yeah. Definitely. And
One more thing on Donkey Kong is if you want to remember when it's coming out, it's Star Wars Day, so May the 4th.
May 4th.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
And then I want to say one thing on the idea of a Smash port. I feel like there won't be a Smash port. I mean, I don't know, but
watch your mouth.
Sakurai, what?
Like easy.
I feel like there won't be because like Sakurai has said, I'm not phrasing this right.
We better get a Kirby Air Ride.
I'm not phrasing this right, but like he's he has too much integrity, or like I think maybe he said that or something. I don't know, but like he has too much integrity to like port things, he would rather just make like a brand new game, I guess.
That's respectable. I dig that. I would totally understand if he said that. He's like, I'm not gonna give you guys this. I'm gonna give you this, and then he just shows us like the fifth one.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to the last announcement of this Nintendo Direct Mini, which was something that actually a lot of people said they weren't super surprised by because this was rumored super heavily from the beginning.
From the yes,
his life,
like last December.
Showed up.
Yeah,
From Software showed up in the third-party list of games, and everyone's like, "Oh, Dark Souls for Switch, when?" But turns out May whatever of this year is when Dark Souls Remastered is coming out.
I believe it's May 25th.
Nintendo Switch and everything else.
Yes.
But everyone heard about it first, I think, on this Nintendo Direct. So that's pretty cool.
I think. Well, I mean, the very first time that we heard about it at all, technically, not officially, but technically, was way back in like I think December probably from Laura Kate Dale.
Oh, she like went through like some files, or she leaked something, or
yeah, she's like a game journalist.
Yeah.
From the UK, I believe.
And it was like kind of leaked or hinted that there was going to be a Dark Souls announcement?
Yes.
Okay.
And people were like speculating like, oh, you know, what's it going to be? Like
pretty much the announcement of this game is silly to me cuz excuse me. I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan. Mainly not because I don't like the series, but because I'm bad at the series, which is where Dark Souls is the game of where the phrase "get good" started to circulate.
Yeah.
The game is coming to a Nintendo system where most of our players, in all honesty, are not that good. So if you if you were to compare, say, another game that was cross-platform like Rocket League, everyone on everything else in Rocket League destroys Nintendo players. So I'm actually looking forward to Nintendo players who have never ever played a Dark Souls game in their life, or Bloodborne, streaming this game, and it is going to be hilarious. Like, watching how a new wave of people is getting like opened up to the Dark Souls series.
True.
So this is going to be really interesting to see.
And also with Dark Souls, this is the series that everyone like compares it to. Like when Breath of the Wild first came out, it was referred to like, oh, it's like Dark Souls meets Zelda because of its difficulty. So it's gotten that like reputation for its difficulty.
Everyone's gonna be like, this Dark Souls on Switch is like the dark. Oh wait, oh jeez. Okay.
They're like, oh shoot.
It's the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze of Dark Souls games. I don't know.
Yeah, they'll start this game up and be like, okay, first things first, where's Funky Kong? Because this game is hard.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Nintendo Switch version is gonna get like some special Nintendo stuff in it? I know like Dark Souls really isn't about that, but that'd be pretty silly if Nintendo was like, oh, here's some Nintendo magic for you. Like, here's the Master Sword as a weapon or something, or something silly like that.
That's a great question. And I think probably not on this one, because in a first time ever, a third-party game is like launching day and date with other platforms. And I feel like it's just going to be the same game that comes out on the same day for Switch and Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Which also goes for the price, which is awesome because this game
everyone's paying the same price.
Yep, and it costs $40.
Yeah, $40 also.
Do you think the Switch version is going to probably sell more on first day, or?
I do, yeah. Because the other platform owners may have already played this game years ago, and this will be many Nintendo fans' introduction to this series, like my own. I've never played a Dark Souls game because I only have Nintendo platforms, so now I'm going to get to buy this, and I'm looking forward to it. And I also think a lot of longtime Nintendo fans will give this a shot because, like, if you look at the ESRB, this game isn't totally out of line with something you may have played before on a Nintendo platform. Like, yes, it is rated M, which is for violence, but you don't see in the description language or sexual themes or anything.
Yeah, it's literally just violence. That's it.
Yeah. So it's it'll probably find a good home on Switch, and lots of people that are ready to try it out.
Can't wait to snap my Switch in half out of rage. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Am I right? But
is it that hard?
Oh, that's pretty wild.
Really?
It's pretty wild.
Okay.
I got on. You said you've never played it before, right?
No, I have not.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be in for a good time. I can't wait to see the
Okay.
streams. I will tune in for most people's streams on that when that drops. But
Now, could you clarify something for me and maybe other people that haven't played this?
yeah.
Because I've heard that there's like an online component. Do you have to be connected to play this?
That is true. I didn't think about that actually. So yeah, with Dark Souls, you pretty much, it's like a game that's actively connected to the internet after a certain point, because you can get an item in the game that allows other players to join into your world and either help you at certain points if they put like a marker on the map, and you can like pretty much teleport to their world, or they can teleport to yours and pretty much help you. Or people can invade your world later in the game, depending on what you have, and they can pretty much just kill you and steal your stuff, or you can kill them and steal their stuff, and or they're just come in and just mess with you. So that is a feature with Dark Souls that will be interesting to see happen on Switch too.
So if you never connect to Wi-Fi, or you're just playing like
you can't just play it just
something,
regularly. Yeah,
you're okay. All right.
It also makes me wonder if this game's going to be cross-platform in a way. Like people from other servers can join other people's servers or whatever, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
Although I know
Sony.
Although I know Sony has been very like, I don't know, resistant.
Yeah, they've been really they've been
Nintendo-y? Sorry.
No, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, just the fact that this is the first game I think in a while that's third party that's coming to every system, including Switch, in the first time, and it's such a big title. This is going to be really interesting to see, because like we said before, if this game does sell more than the PS4 and the Xbox One versions of games, that might actually put a flag to some third-party developers, especially from software, since it's such a big game already. How games can do on Switch compared to others, especially if it runs very similarly and graphically. That's the only difference. If it's still solid 60, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what's gonna be interesting to see. I'm sure Digital Foundry will be doing a lot of tests on it, like what it actually does look like. Because let's hope that it doesn't look like, the non-remastered version of the game. Let's hope.
Regardless of what happens, this is gonna be cool. Regardless of what happens, I don't know. Do you guys think that there might be like special, not bundles, but like it'd be cool to get like some Joy-Con decals for Dark Souls? That'd be pretty fun.
How about a Pro controller?
Oh, a Dark Souls Pro controller. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in the Nintendo Direct Mini that happened on January 11th. If you guys had to give this show like a letter grade, what would you give it?
I'd probably give it like a B-, where it's still good. But they could have done more. Like, there was no funny Nintendo interstitials with like the higher ups bantering or anything.
There were no
like
skipping.
Yes.
Could have been more indies as well. I mean, like, there's 17 games on the eShop every week, so we could have highlighted more than 2. I'm really happy actually with just about everything we got. So like it felt lacking in some areas, but we don't have many stinkers in here. It's all stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, I can't say there's anything in this lineup that I'm actually like not gonna pick up really, except for maybe like pretty much everything in this direct I was really hyped for.
Well, what about Donkey Kong?
Pretty positively. Yeah, like Donkey Kong I'm probably gonna skip on, but like I wouldn't.
You already have it.
I would not recommend it to anybody. Like, everything in here is pretty
pretty solid.
You already own Donkey Kong, so.
And Kirby Star Allies coming out in March. We got Pokken DLC, which is gonna ride us out until March. We got Worlds of You most likely coming out by May. Everything in this direct actually had a pretty solid date or time frame, and everything is from here till May, basically until E3. So this was a good way of Nintendo lining up the road for us.
Exactly. Yes, paving the road to E3. Also, I was gonna ask you guys what you thought of the all the titles that just say spring or whatever. I feel like Mario Tennis Aces, I feel like that's gonna be an April game. Because we got Kirby in March,
April or May.
Donkey Kong in May, Dark Souls in May. Donkey Kong is at the beginning of May, Dark Souls at the end of May. And then
I hope whatever happens with Mario Tennis, though, I hope it doesn't get rushed out. That's the last thing that game needs.
Oh, true. Yeah, it looks like I know that this is like the trailer, so it's like gonna be like really polished and everything. but it looks really polished. I don't know how polished the whole game
Yeah, they could probably have it out
is.
within the next like 4 months or so.
Yeah, I hope so. I am wondering though, I feel like maybe like later in April or like maybe mid-April, I feel like that would be a good slot for that game.
Yeah.
I don't know
What else? Hyrule Warriors Legends. Like there's all these games in this direct. I'm pretty much shook. Do you think we're probably gonna get like a Nindies direct since you said we didn't get any Nindy announcements in this one?
Yes, we will.
Most likely. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that one.
It's been a long time since the Nindies, and even in the first Switch Nindies Direct, there's still stuff that hasn't come out, so it'd be good to get an update on those, like Runner 3 and Meat Boy Forever and Pocket Rumble, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't even in that direct that came out and surprised everybody, so.
Yep.
Yeah, and what about, this isn't an indie title, but what about, where was Octopath?
Yeah, that is true. Like, there's a whole bunch of other games that we know that are coming, but we don't know if we're gonna hear like a little bit of something between now and E3. Because I think even after the Switch got released in March, we still maybe got like 1 or 2 mini directs between like January and E3 or something. So we're probably gonna get something else before then. This probably isn't the last we're gonna hear of them before E3.
There will probably be an April direct again. Because there was the January event, the January Switch event last January, and obviously, and then there was another direct in April, and then there was E3. Yeah.
Okay.
So they have it pretty well spaced out there, like every couple of months is a direct.
Yeah. If I had to give this direct a grade, I'd probably give it a B+. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that didn't get announced that we probably could have gotten a little, like one trailer for. Like it was a mini, so there's potential that we can get more announcements. But as far as what we got, like I said, I wasn't getting my hopes up for anything super groundbreaking to happen. But for what we did get, really good content. Got 2 Wii U ports in the same direct. Like you said, there's probably 1 too many. Maybe stick it to 1 at a time. But yeah, really good direct for sure.
Yeah, it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. I will say this though, I almost wonder if like Nintendo, like I don't know, did they know that hyping, like everyone was really expecting a direct?
They
they did. No, I know they did. So like, did they know that? So then that's like why it happened. Like if people like wouldn't have cared about it, then they wouldn't have, like they knew that people.
No, I feel like we weren't too far off of the time. They just like didn't go about it like the way of like actually telling us because they knew they had the hype that they did. I feel like they might have maybe given it to us a day earlier or so than they probably would have planned in stone. But they probably might have fed off the hype a little bit. But that who's to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo Directs are worldwide events that are coordinated between Nintendo America, Nintendo Japan, Nintendo Europe.
True.
So it'd be nice to say that we made a lot of noise on Twitter and caused them to drop this, but I think we'd be taking a little bit too much credit.
Yeah, true. We probably just got really accurate with our predictions, like everyone did with the date.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, that was our Nintendo Direct mini discussion. Actually, good job, everybody. That was really good. Good time.
You too,
Good talk.
David.
Before we take off, though, let's have everyone shamelessly plug themselves again for all of our listeners. Scott, you can go first.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm from TwoButtonCrew. Normally I'm a duo, but my other half is busy right now. So Simeon and I, we stream on the TwoButtonCrew channel once a week, and it's like this live show, a variety of Nintendo segments where we play the latest Switch games, retro games, talk about all the news, and then we usually do a crazy feature. Like last time, we got 2 boxes of Super Mario cereal, and instead of doing a taste test, we played games with our food for half an hour, and we tried to throw pieces into each other's mouth, and we tried to see who could stuff the most into their cheeks, and we just have a good time every week. I came in and opened a tab to watch their stream, and they're playing Just Dance,
and I saw the silliest choreography I've ever seen in my life with this game. You guys really should pick up the full one. Like, I request you guys get the full game and do more Just Dance.
No, I forbid you from requesting that.
That's what the people want.
Yeah,
The people what they want. All right.
I love your show, Scott. You and Simeon, your show.
Really well done. If you guys can check it out, I'll toss a link in the description again to all their stuff. And then Kazoo, you can plug yourself again.
Yes. Well, I'm TheYellowKazoo on YouTube and Twitch. Actually, I also stream to Twitch, but I like to stream some Nintendo games. I'm really a variety streamer. Sometimes I do some like IRL stuff and cooking demonstration type things. I also post vlogs, and then there's the occasional video about gaming, so it's kind of all over the place, but that's okay, it's casual.
And your claim to fame, Kazoo, how many Breath of the Wild hours are you at right now?
Oof, I am approaching 500.
500.
Oh
What?
my word.
What? 500 hours.
That was for
I think
several
that makes
months.
you an expert.
Honestly, for several months,
So
that was the
bad.
only game I had on the Switch for a while.
I mean, that's the only game you needed for that
True.
long stretch. Yeah, I actually still need to go back in Breath of the Wild. I logged only maybe like 80 hours in. That's not even enough.
From
We're
March,
still talking
yeah,
about
that's not
things that I
enough.
haven't seen yet.
From March until July, I had, like, that was the only game I had. Like, I beat it without ever taking it out of my Switch because I have it physically.
Yeah, got Breath of the Wild for a reason. I mean, Game of the Year for a reason.
Yeah.
That's right. David, what about you for the people that tripped over a link on Twitter and found this?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you mean for my thing?
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh yeah, and I am David from ConMenRDW. Pretty much my channel is cool events and awesome gaming. Pretty much I go and do cool things in the Chicagoland area and other nearby places wherever I end up with my friends. And then I go to anime conventions and stuff like that, do skits and vlogs for those. And I also play video games, mainly Nintendo, sometimes PlayStation, and assorted PC. But yeah, if you just want to know what's going on and also be in the know on some Nintendo stuff, my channel is where you should be. Yeah. But that does not disregard these other lovely people in this discussion today.
Yeah, I've been scrolling through your channel and I wish I found it sooner because just these thumbnails are drawing me in.
Yeah. But thank you so much again, guys, for listening. And I will see you guys on the next video. Later.